Hello, everyone. Namaste. My name is Avantika. I am an actress and an artist based out of New York. I'm going to pull this up because I'm apparently taller than everyone who's been here. It is such an honor to be in this room today and to see so many shining faces look back up at me. This is a room full of such amazing community. Wow. I should start with, I don't know if you can tell, I hope you can't tell that I've cried like 10 times tonight because I've been so struck by the universality of everything that you all have shared. All the way from pioneering past the three doors, doctor, lawyer, and engineer, to our Asian parents comparing us to the better cousin, but us knowing that they'll always secretly be proud of us, and believing that better is yet to come. We gather here today during a time where Asian youth at home and abroad are still struggling or still fighting to feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel fully represented. Which is why it is so powerful to celebrate those of us that are paving the way for others with possibility, positivity, and purpose. I have the distinct honor today to introduce you all to someone who has always done precisely that, Miss Lana Condor. Lana embodies what it means to ignite each other's light. Anyone who has met her knows that she is nothing short of sunshine in human form. While working with her, I had the pleasure of witnessing her do that every single day. I still think back fondly to our times filming in Budapest when, after long days of filming, performance, and action, she would want nothing more than to be in bed and be asleep, but she would sit in the sauna and entertain my long rants and show up at my doorstep, arms full of vitamins and electrolytes to replenish me for the next day. Lana moves through the world with so much intention, a formidable spirit, and inspiring amounts of positivity and kindness. She may play a mean girl, no pun intended, in our new movie, Pretty Lethal, but the reality is there's not a mean bone in Lana's body. Through her work with the Asia Foundation, supporting female scholars in Kanta, Vietnam, and speaking openly about her journey with mental health, Lana has always shown up with compassion and honesty. She has taught me that perhaps it is possible to have it all. The talent, the heart, the grit, and yes, even a whole damn husband. Shout out, Anthony. I know so many girls who have looked at Lana and thought, not only because she did, I can, but also because of how she did it, I must. I know that because I consider myself so lucky to be one of those girls. Let's take a look at some of the impact that Lana has made.
Dear Lana Condor, my name is Caitlin. I'm 18 years old and I have been a part of Apex for Youth for 3 years.
Dear Lana Condor, or should I say Larging Cubby. My name is Sean, I'm 14 years old, and I've been a part of Apex for Youth for around 7 years.
Your accomplishments both on and off screen have meant a lot to the Asian American community.
And as an aspiring actor who has participated in countless school musicals, your journey as an artist has given me inspiration, hope, and a spark for my own future. Your performances from To All the Boys I Loved Before and Deadly Class have become my comfort shows and movies. Your portrayal and relationship towards Margot and Kitty, I personally found it so real since I myself have 2 sisters. And when I used to live with both of them, I felt the same way. Endless fights, joking around, and especially noise. You've made me feel seen.
As someone who wants to major in psychology and eventually support communities where mental health isn't always a priority, I find your openness both inspiring and motivating.
Growing up, I didn't know I could even pursue acting, but because of your performances, I can't wait to see what my future holds.
Thank you for always being your genuine self encouraging myself and other youth like me to speak up, take action, and believe that our voices matter.
Here's to you continuing to ignite change. P.S. I also can't wait to see Pretty Lethal in your cameo in Exo Kitty. Congratulations.
Girl, oh my goodness, that's so sweet. To the only Lana I've ever loved before, you are the industry big sister I never knew I needed. Please join me in welcoming my role model and an incredible role model for our entire community, Miss Lana Condor.
Wow, God, Avantika, thank you so much. That was like the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me, so that means so much, wow. Okay, turn to the Lana tab. There we go. Wow, I'm so honored to be here. Okay. Good evening, and what an honor to be here with you tonight. If I had to describe myself in one sentence, I would say that I am fully Asian and I am also fully American. And those two truths exist at the same time. I was born in Vietnam and adopted into a white American family, and my mom and my dad, they are my favorite people in the whole wide world. I love them so, so much. But my day-to-day life didn't really reflect kind of where I came from. I was raised in their world, and I was shaped by their experiences. So for a long time, I didn't quite know how to hold the fullness of who I was all at once. Being in the film industry brought a very different kind of awareness for me. I became more aware of how I'm seen and perceived, not just as a person, but as an Asian woman. I've never been more aware of my Asianness or my femaleness than joining the film and television industry. So much fun, yay, yay, yay. But yeah, it brought a different awareness. I became more aware of how I'm seen, not just as a person, but as an Asian woman. I would show up to castings and be the only Asian person, or I'd see parts that called for Asian Americans, and they were the sidekicks or the characters of who we actually are. I was encouraged to change how I look, told I needed different lighting for my round face. Okay, collagen, you're welcome. And I was also even encouraged to change my name, which I was never gonna do. Okay, I was encouraged to change how I look. I was told I needed different lighting and change my name. So when I read for To All the Boys I've Loved Before, when I auditioned for it, it was one of the most exciting moments in my career. A lead role in a romantic comedy that wasn't just Asian American by chance, but intentionally centered around that experience. I was fully myself while playing a role that meant so much to people. And when someone tells me that they gather with friends or families to revisit those films for comfort, it gives me an actual real purpose. I really don't want to tell stories without a purpose, and this is what drives me. It's the greatest honor of my career to hear from people who grew up with my character, that it made them feel seen and understood, like the youth who shared their stories tonight. For a long time, someone like me wasn't seen as a lead, but as stories expanded, so do the possibilities, and that shift matters for anyone who's felt unseen or misrepresented. You know, I think people often look at you and assume that they understand your story. They try to fit you into something familiar, something simple. But God, identity is not simple. A lot of us feel pressure to become a version of ourselves that's easier for others to understand, to fit neatly under one label and to fit into a box. And listen, I've moved through a lot of places, small towns, big cities, different coasts. My dad was a journalist, so we always just kind of moved all around America, wherever he wanted to write a story. But each one of those places brought out a different side of me. And I've learned to carry all the parts of me with me, because we are not just one thing. We are collections of our experiences, our environments, and our identities that continue to evolve. My childhood living on Whidbey Island, which is a rural farm island in the Pacific Northwest, if anyone's ever been, can I get a what? Whoa! So many more people than I expected have been there. Amazing, great. Whidbey Island, okay. It's a rural, more people than I expected. No, it's a rural farm island in the Pacific Northwest, but it gave me a deep respect for nature and a passion to protect it. Manhattan, I lived here when I was a 7th grader, 8th grader, and 9th grader. Manhattan taught me independence and grit, and high school in Los Angeles taught me not only about friendship, but also about how to be a friend to myself, which I have to say has carried me so much, and I really do think that that's like the most important thing, is to be a friend to yourself. I've worked all around the world: Bangkok, Budapest, Paris, Kuala Lumpur, Canada, Nairobi, Vietnam, Seoul, and each one of these places added another layer to who I am. These experiences have shaped who I have become, and also who have helped me recognize that my path could have looked very different had I not been adopted. I think about that all the time. I'm like, damn, my dad always tells a story where he's like, we walked into the orphanage and everything was really quiet, and they just heard a little whimpering in the corner, and behind a door, I was whimpering. Had I not been whimpering, and like drawn the attention to me, I swear to God, I really don't think I would be here. So every day I live my life with so much gratitude, because my life could have looked very, very different, and I am so grateful to my mom and my dad. Sorry, I went on a tangent. Let me find my place. Oh, and I was gonna say something great. I was gonna say rare gifts, layered complex. Where was I? Aha! I found it. The opportunities I have had are not something I take for granted. And that is why I feel such deep gratitude towards organizations like Apex for Youth, because they are doing something essential. They are meeting young people where they are and helping them see where they can go. By providing a space where Asian American youths they can feel safe to be layered and complex versions of themselves is a very rare gift. There is a commonality in my work on screen and the work that Apex does, and the message that young people's stories matter. It's not someday, but right now. Because when our youth knows they can be their authentic selves, it creates a space for them all to dream. That space ignites their potential and lights a pathway that gives them the tools and support to begin turning possibilities into something real. But once that fire hits, it does take work to keep it going. If I could speak to my younger self, I would tell her that all of your dreams are possible, but I would say all of your dreams are possible, but they really require commitment, resilience, and willingness to keep showing up. And then I think that I have a very specific thing about dreams, but yeah. They require you to train physically, mentally, and artistically, to build a body that can carry you through long days and longer seasons, to build a mind that can withstand rejection, fatigue, and the quieter challenges that come with a very public path, and to stay grounded when comparison tries to pull you off course, and to never stop learning, never get complacent, study your craft, challenge yourself again and again. That's what, in my opinion, turns possibility into reality. And through it all, understanding who you are it's not a finish line, it's a lifelong process. It's not something to solve or to rush. and to understand that the journey never really ends. It's about learning how to keep the fire alive. And so with that, I just want to say thank you so much for this award. I don't usually win anything, so this is very exciting for me. But thank you so much for this award, Apex, and thank you for having me. Thank you.